the B, the O, the Y-L-E, the H, the E-I-G-H-T. Now add the S, that's East Los Angeles. Relax, kids, mezcalito, about to handle this.
Sailor!
Yo, mateys!
We're back, man. We're back again, and I brought another fucking prime example of why LA are champions.
That's right.
I brought Johnny C. That dude, Johnny C. from the West Coast Poplock podcast. What's going on, my brother, man?
How are you fellas?
Chilling? Well, you guys are chilling better than I am.
You know, it's another beautiful day in Los Angeles. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Show it to him.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
You guys are fucking rocking and roll. So what's going on, Johnny C? How you doing, brother?
I'm wonderful. Survived all the fireworks. Survived, you know, all of it. So we're good.
Are you close to LA where the craziness was?
I mean, I could have been. I chose, you know, like I won that game 7. I was like, get me the fuck home. I'll watch this at home. Like, I have no.
I thought it was gonna be like an ice trap. I'm like, you know, ice is still out there, man. Like,
yo, man, you think
where was
out?
ice during all this, bro? Isn't
Yeah.
like the owner of the Dodgers like a big ice fucking, you know, contributor, bro, with money?
I mean, yes, and there was for sure. Did you see the video of those dudes getting hit on the head with a stick by the horses, the cops on horses?
no.
Oh, there's a bar called the Shortstop, I think it is.
Oh, wait a minute. It's still there. Yeah. I used to go. I just went there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, the East Side Bar. So there was like a line outside for people waiting to go inside, and cops on horses came, and the dudes were like walking away with their hands up, and one of the cops was like, "Bop!" right in the back of this dude's head as he was walking away. He was like, "Ah!" and I was like, "These motherfuckers, man."
Damn.
Right.
In my younger days, I would have enjoyed a riot. I would have enjoyed a little mayhem. I don't know. The older I'm getting, I'm like, yeah, rather stay at home and just get like, you know,
You
bring
want to
myself
avoid
up
those
to the coffee.
stormtroopers, bro, you know?
I just always like now it's so wild out there that like it's like worst case scenario time where you have to start thinking like, what's the worst thing that happen? Because that might happen.
And it's so easy for the mob to turn on you now. Like, there's people that I've seen that I'm like, dude, it's not even doing anything, just walking home, and people just want to fuck with you nowadays.
Right.
Now,
I want the energy out there.
do you guys think it would have been worse if they would have lost?
Nah, we got our championship last year, and to be honest,
yeah.
I mean, to go game 7, you know, you need Apollo when you're Rocky. You need Darth Vader when you're. Right now, we're becoming Darth Vader because everybody. But the guys that we have, they're not bad guys. Like Freddie Freeman's a super nice dude.
The nicest.
Yeah, for, Yamamoto and what's the? I don't know if you saw the picture of Ohtani. Even though he's in the game, he's filling up Gatorade cups and putting them there for his teammates. Like, you can't hate on Classy. They're good dudes.
Look, I'm not, the Dodgers are not, I don't give a shit about baseball anymore, but like the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani, how are you? He's head and shoulders better than everybody else and is the nicest fucking guy. Like, how is that possible?
Well,
you know?
I was reading this article that when he was playing in Japan, that his coach would make the pitchers clean the toilets to show respect to his teammates. And that's the thing I think we're lacking nowadays. Kids aren't getting taught like humbleness and how to be a good team player. And it's just little things like that where every kid in America is entitled. I deserve
You want the kids to be treated like young boys over there in wrestling?
Sure.
I mean, it teaches respect, bro. Like, I'm not going to lie. I grew up in Boyle Heights. I just went to go see my Pee Wee football team was playing right here in La Puente. And Boyle Heights Wolfpack, they were there chilling. I was there with my shirt. The kids were in their Crocs on their cell phones fucking around. The coach shows up. What the fuck are you guys doing? You guys should be ready to play. You guys should be going over the play. I was like, holy shit, I'm ready to fucking play. The kids, you could tell, the kids were kind of like mad at first. Like, oh, fuck, we're getting yelled at, like this and that. They ended up winning 28-7. The smiles on their faces. Sometimes you need an asshole to fucking yell at you. And I think boys especially need that now.
Wait, did you say 28-7?
Yeah.
And nobody stopped the fucking game?
It was football.
Football.
Oh, Jesus.
28-7 is not a bad football score.
But the joy on the kids' faces after they got yelled at. Sometimes you need an asshole. You need a tyrant to check you and put you and make you play better. And even like I said, like I had that. And again, sometimes you need that. As a kid, also, whenever I got like a present or something from one of my aunts or uncles, my parents would tell me, "Go mow their lawn. Go wash your car." You know, and it's little things like that that make you appreciate when you do get something. So that's why Ohtani and the Japanese players are very respectful. I think we're lacking that here in the U.S., man.
I mean, but he's even above the other Japanese players because like the other Japanese players don't say hello to the umpire every time they go up to bat. This will every time he goes up to bat, it's fucking hello umpire, you know, and does it like the other Japanese player. He's even the standard that they've set. He's fucking above that too. You know?
Yeah, I didn't see Godzilla on the Yankees pouring no fucking Gatorade cups for anybody.
Right. Right. There's been a gang of Japanese players already, you know, and none of them have been this. They haven't been this dude at all. You know?
Yeah, and a lot of people are hating, like, oh, you guys bought a lot. No, like, honestly, like, granted, I think they gave us Mookie because after the Houston scandal.
Wait, Mookie from fucking Do the Right Thing?
No, Mookie Betts.
No, Mookie Betts, yeah. Well, it's funny you say that because I was going to dress up like Spike Lee for Halloween. I ain't going to lie, nah. No, but Mookie, I think they gave us Mookie, the MLB did, after the whole Astro scandal where they didn't want to punish them. And they're like, all right, look, we'll give you an MVP. Just shut the fuck up. And I'm like, dude. And so that's why I was kind of pissed. The Freddie Freeman thing, Atlanta didn't want to pay him. And I'm like, well, he's from, I think he grew up here in SoCal. And he didn't want to leave Atlanta, but they didn't want to pay him. And he's like, all right, we're going to LA.
What is he supposed to do?
Ohtani was with Anaheim. Anaheim could have paid him. I think Toronto could have paid him. I think the Yankees could have paid him. The Dodgers were like, all right, we'll cash out. Everybody had a chance, but they're getting mad at us because like, oh, well, you guys are we're the ones having the ball.
You guys are the Yankees right now, bro.
No, it's for sure. It's wild to hear. He's from Fountain Valley, Freddie Freeman. So yeah, he's from fucking. He's ever out here.
Yeah.
And my family is a huge Yankees family. Like everybody in my family loves the fucking Yankees.
Wait. They're in LA?
Yeah, my dad's family's from the East Coast.
Oh, all right. Thank God.
My dad grew up Mickey Mantle, all that, you know.
Your dad's the best, dude.
So I retired. As far as my fandom, I retired with Jeter. Like I was fucking all in on the Yankees. Don Mattingly was my fucking favorite player when I was a little kid. Like this, like the Yankees were my fucking squad. I retired with Derek Jeter. I can't do it anymore. But my dad is complaining about the Dodgers payroll. And it's like, you cannot be a Yankee fan and complain that somebody else is spending money. Like, are you crazy? You know, like,
but I think the Mets had the highest payroll and they didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I think the Yankees, it was the Mets, I think Dodgers, Yankees, and I don't know if it was Philly or Toronto or Boston. So I'm like, wait a minute. Like everybody, a lot of teams are spending money. It's something that we did it the right way, you know?
You can throw money if that doesn't mean you're not going to win the team. There's been a bunch of $100 million terrible teams, you know?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. So, and plus the way Roberts is managing, like the fact that he put it, the guy that saved it was Rojas, who was the guy that was struggling. He's not even a star, and he's the one that tied the game up, made two crucial plays at the end with Kike in the game 6, and then the throw to home plate, the freaking home run, like. Come on, Rojas was the freaking star, and he's the nobody. He was batting like 160 or something, 180.
Nothing. Yeah, he's batting a hot nothing.
Hadn't hit a home run in like what 160 at bat or something like that. Like, and he's the hero. Granted, Yamamoto was a hero too, but in games,
that's like another level. You know, like he's doing things that have never been done before. Like Rojas is a regular hero. Yamamoto is like an all-time. You know.
Well, yeah, but I think LA, because LA loves a freaking like Gibson. We love that Robert Horry with the final shot. Like everybody loves that last-second guy. Like,
the dude that comes through in clutch. You know, like the guy who comes through when it's clutch.
LeBron.
Get that out of here.
Nah, that guy ran away. That guy runs away to super teams. NBA every sport is a little different. I always say. I think right now, like the NFL is the only team with a salary cap. MLB, it's not fair, but at the same time, Dodgers are spending 72% of their money that they make on players. Other teams are only spending like 20, 13%. Right. Like Pittsburgh is cheap as hell, and they got one of the best pitchers. And I'm pretty like they're talking about it that he's going to want to get out of there because they're not paying to get other players. But they can. They're making money, but they just don't.
Of course.
And the owners, they make it seem like, wow, the Dodgers are making it impossible. No, you guys can spend money. You choose not to.
Everybody's got money. They've all got money.
And also, every couple years, there is that one Cinderella darling. Like the Marlins did it twice, where the Marlins didn't have a big payroll and they had to develop quick, get a championship, and then blow up the team. And then they did it twice.
It's like that Billy B. Moneyball stuff, where you're just like, you got to build, you got to get the undervalued players, build the team, hit while it's hot, and then break up the team. Like that's it.
And there's different ways of doing it. Like that's why the MLB is a little bit different. NBA, the problem they have is like when a small market team like Milwaukee or Phoenix or Denver used to draft a high pick, like a number 1 player. By the time they drafted the second year, another high pick, by the time that number 1 pick had a team around them, well, he's like, well, I'm going to go to New York, Chicago, or LA, get that money, and they would have to start all over. But now the small market team, those players are staying there. That's why I'm happy when a small market team wins it. Don't get me wrong. When Kansas City won it, I was like, good for them. They're a small market team, and they did it the right way. When as much as I kind of was rooting for the Dodgers, if Tampa Bay would have won it that year, we're like, you know what? They did it the right way. But again, they didn't want to play Snell or Glasnow. They were their starting pitchers. They left. What do you want to do? Like the Padres are one of the highest paid teams, and they can't get it done. So I'm not sorry. I'm not gonna apologize.
I'm not sorry.
Sure, you're all fucking Dodgered out, dog. You're not sorry.
One of my friends was an Italian dude from Jersey named Paulie Casarino. He's stationed in San Diego right now, and he was I used to talk smack. Like I always hated the Cowboys as a kid. I hated the Red Wings as a kid, and I hated the Yankees as a kid because those were the teams that were even the Bulls. I kind of hated the Bulls because they were always winning, and the Bulls I can't blame them. They had Jordan. The Red Wings, they had Stevie Y. They had a couple good
Sergei Fedorov. They had all kinds of those 90s Red Wing teams were fucking stacked, man.
And they used to take out the Kings every year. Every year I was like, fuck, the Kings are playing them, and they used to take it out. But I stuck by my King, so when we finally won one, it meant more. I stuck by I'm a Clipper fan. I'm not even a Laker fan. I'm a Clipper fan, and we suck. I don't care. We'll suck, but I'm still gonna be loyal. And that's the thing about sports. I that's why I appreciated the Boston fans that were so loyal, and then finally they won one. Cub fans when they finally won one, I feel bad for Cleveland Brown fans, but still,
that's their identity.
I feel bad for the Browns fans.
But again, you have to endure the horrible seasons. I mean, we had when I was a kid, the Dodgers had 5 Rookie of the Years. I think it was Nomo, Mondesi, Piazza, Gruzelanek, and Hollingsworth.
Wasn't Dale Nomo in there?
Nomo, Mondesi, Piazza, Gruzelanek, and Todd Hollingsworth. Dodgers didn't want to pay them. They let them all go. We had Pedro Martinez on our team. Dodgers let him go. Dodgers didn't care for the longest because they were like, it's LA. People don't care as long they're going to come to the games. They didn't want to put a good team out there. Same thing with the Clippers.
Sitting in the right field bleachers when Raul Mondesi played out there, that was the best. Man.
Right, and they didn't keep him. They let him go.
Dude, El Cañon, this fool's out there throwing fucking BBs at people, man. I fucking love Mondesi.
Me and my friends from elementary school that were there and struggled and saw them just not care. It means a lot to us now that, dude, now they care. So I don't give a fuck. I'm happy we won, and I was there in the bad years. I was there in the years that we were a laughing stock. I remember one year we signed Kevin Brown to a 7-year deal. He got hurt the first season, hurt for the next 5 seasons, and then on his final year of his contract, he destroyed, and then the Yankees signed him for a big contract. And I'm like, dude, you didn't do shit for us.
Nothing for years. Just collected a check. And he was good when he got to the Yankees, too. He wasn't bad when he got to the Yankees.
I know, but that's what pissed me off. That I'm like, dude,
even after all that time and all those injuries, he was still pretty nice when he got to the Yankees.
and the thing about baseball that sucks, it's guaranteed money. So even if he's hurt and he doesn't play, he still gets the money.
That's crazy, though, man. They got to change that. That's why teams are losing money, dude.
Who cares? You think I give a fuck if a billionaire loses money? I don't give 2 squirts of money.
But the one thing that I do get mad at, there was this one player that I remember the story. His name was, I think, Ryan Braun for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yep.
And there was a year that him and Kemp were battling for the MVP. And they told Ryan Braun, it was the last year of his contract. He was close to becoming the MVP. You need to take a urine test. So this girl that worked for the drug company got his urine sample, and then she went to to mail it off. But the place was closed, so she took it home. The next day she mailed it off, and they found out that she took it home. Well, they said, well, it could have been tampered with. And because the steroid thing came back, that he tested I think 7 times more testosterone than a normal human being.
She did.
So, but she was blaming it on her. So the test was null and void. The test did not count. Fast forward, he wins the MVP and he gets a contract for I think it was $270 million from the Brewers.
Damn.
Later that year, guess what happens? He tests positive again, but he still gets to keep the money because they're it's guaranteed money. So you're teaching kids it's okay to cheat.
What is it WCW, bro? When they got bought out, bro, it's guaranteed money. Sit home.
That's what's his name? What's the dude's name? Fuck, he played for the Dodgers, a Cuban guy. He's not there anymore. He was good, had a good rookie year.
Puig.
Puig. So Yasiel Puig, like you have to look at what different people want out of their professional experience, you know, what they're looking for. Because like some of them want to be the best of all time. They want championships and all that shit. Yasiel Puig, when he signed that big contract, that was the finish line. He's like, that's what I was trying to do. I don't give a fuck anymore. Yeah. I'm the richest dude in Cuba. Like, I don't like, you guys can all blow me. Like, I don't care about the Dodgers. I don't care about Major League Baseball. I don't care about the United States. I don't care about none of that. Like, like now I'm paid, fuck off. And to me, I'm like that. He had a goal. He accomplished it. He's like, I don't give a shit. Like,
and that's why you got to get the right chemistry. And that's why, like Miguel Rojas, a lot of people say, like, dude, he was the energy of our team. He was like the guy that when we were down, he would pump us up. And it's those little guys that you don't think about that, like, oh, well, he's slumping. I'm like, yeah, but it's the heart and soul. He's whenever
chemistry guys.
Yeah. And that's the thing about baseball. You have to be good in all levels, and you need some guy to pump you up.
You need a shitty player, like a bench player or like the 10th guy to always
be
like, yo, fucking blah, 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 you know, getting foot like that dude is just as important. He's just as important as your top pitcher, as your number 3 hitter, like all that shit. That dude who, when you've lost 4 games in a row and everybody's like, fuck.
So you want them to put a hype man on the payroll?
They have those, you know what I mean?
A lot of teams have that guy.
They got hype mans.
Yeah, when they're on a losing streak and everybody's feeling bad, the dude that comes in wearing a funny costume or comes in fucking playing music and hype, like the dude that's like, fuck that, man.
It's the Flavor Flav of the team, man. It's the Flavor Flav. You need that guy.
You have to have him. He's important.
No, but I'm not going to lie. I was in Vegas watching the game, and there's a little life lesson for everybody.
Where were you watching?
I went on a party bus. I went on a party bus to Las Vegas, and like 45 minutes out, the bus breaks down.
Oh, shit.
It breaks down, and we're pissed because we're not even in Prim yet, and we're like on the side of the road. We're like, fuck, it's going to take like, they got to get a bus from LA to come pick us up. And we're like, and in my head, I'm like, you know what? That's the best that could have happened because we're supposed to come back at 7. But now they're going to give us an extra 2 hours, so I'm going to get to watch the game in Vegas. Sure. And people were complaining on the bus. I'm like, no, this is a blessing in disguise. Shut the fuck up. We're going to get an extra 2 hours. We get to watch the game in Vegas. But everybody was bitching and complaining. And that's the thing. You got to look at those negatives in life and look at the positive thing. And if it wasn't for that bus breaking down, we wouldn't have watched it in Vegas. And it was the greatest final couple innings I've ever seen. I watched it with a bunch of strangers at the Golden Nugget because we were waiting for our bus, but we were like, we're going extras. Fuck the bus. But it was the time of my life, man.
Hell yeah. I watch it all by myself. I watch it by myself here. Like, I'm not going outside. Fucking, they're not gonna get me. I'm in here.
Well, they're gonna find out you're a fucking pinstripe guy.
Yeah,
bro. You gotta be careful out there, dude.
I don't want that.
I don't think I think we hate the Giants more than the Yankees.
Way
more.
Yeah,
we
play them once. Old shit. You know?
Yeah, we play them once. I think Boston and the Yankees hate each other more, but I think out here is the Dodgers. We hated the Giants for the longest, but I think San Diego's becoming like our pesky little brother, and we're hating because the Padres fans are getting a little cocky too, and they haven't done shit, bro.
Worse. Fuck San Diego,
man.
Yeah.
Although I am doing a show there on Friday. So
come on out,
don't hate me,
Well, let's get into it. Johnny C, man. How long you been rocking and rolling, bro, on that stage, bro, with the microphone, bro, like an MC?
Coming up on 10 years, actually, like right around 9
years.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Do you remember the first time you got up on stage and you spit a little bit on the mic, bro? And what did you eat? Like they say, did you eat a bag of dicks or was it just like?
No, but I wasn't. No. But
were you that dude, Johnny C, at that time? Or you just
Johnny C for sure? I'm Johnny C. That's just I didn't invent that shit for comedy. But like I didn't do stand up. I told a story. Is basically what happened. And when I got off, a dude was like, "You got to have some jokes." And I go, "What do you mean?" Like in my mind, I was doing it. I was like, I did stand up, and that dude was like, "You told a story." And then I listened to it, and he was like, "There's no jokes." And I listened to it back, and I was like, "Fuck, there was no jokes," you know.
But one of the best pieces of advice I got was from Rudy Moreno. where he said even your stories that if they do have a punchline or a joke, you got to punch it up. So look at your set as a ball of clay and get rid of all the fat so that all that is left is the piece of art, which is your story, but with jokes lined up as you go along.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the best advice I got when I was younger, when I started out.
Storyteller, they told me that I was like, well, explain what the fuck I'm doing then, you know? And it was for every new piece of information that you bring into the story, there should be a punchline also about that piece of information. And I was like,
where did you start off at? Where did you first perform?
The first time I was in San Francisco at a bar.
Okay.
And so like it was for sure. I'd been talking about it forever. And my friend Nick was like, I know a guy who runs an open mic like down the street. We could probably, you know, and I was like, all right. And we went down there and I told him I lied. And I was like, yeah, I'm a LA stand-up, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you want to do the cold open? And I was like, yep. And I went and I did it. And one of the tattooers that came, not my friend, another dude came and watched. And when we left, he was like, I for sure came to watch you suck. And he was like, you didn't though. You know, he was like, I came to watch you fail, you know, like 100%. You know? Okay,
but that's a good friend. And that's the thing I hate about young comics, because I hang around a lot of comics when I do jokes. And some of my buddies, when they eat a bag of dicks, I'm like, bro, you just bob. And we laugh. And I like that. But a lot of the younger guys get mad. I'm like, no, that's part of the fun. Bombing is fun.
I mean, I still hate it, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. But when your friends are like, "Oh man, you ate a bag," I like, "Oh, you sons of bitches!" Like, it is fun.
Whatever time up there, I am not having fun. But immediately after talking to somebody about it, like, oh my god, that's fucking super fun, you know. But see, in the moment, I am not having fun.
But that's again, I read a lot of or watch a lot of podcasts, hear a lot of stories about comedy because I'm very competitive. I'm very aggressive, and I try to like. You know, you want to be the best one of the night, obviously. Sure. And I'm very aggressive. But Stephen Colbert said, best tip I ever got, learn to enjoy the suck. When you learn to enjoy the suck, nothing else matters. And that's the thing when he said, I just stopped caring. And even when I sucked, I enjoyed it. And I always tell younger comics, you're going to bomb. You're not going to kill every time. Try to kill every time, but you got to laugh it off sometimes, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I was very proud of myself. Because it would go, if I ate shit like bad, I wouldn't go back to a mic for weeks. I would be like, I'm not going back. And then once it was like, I'm gonna go hit another mic right now. Like you do shitty, and it's like, I'm gonna go again right now. That doesn't affect me at all, right? And it was like, hell yeah, you know, because at the beginning it would crush me. I would go home and be like, oh, like I quit.
See, I had two ways of looking at it. When I would do a mic and I would do well, I was like, I need to get that rush back. I need to get back on stage to get that rush back. And then when I do a mic and I would do horribly, I was like, I need to make up for doing horribly. I need to get back up there for doing hard. So it was no matter what, I just had to get back up there. And that's, I always try to tell younger comics, because a lot of younger comics, when I started, there was a lot of assholes that didn't want to help me out, were dickheads, or I figured it out on your own, And then when you start figuring it out, they're like, all right, I'll take you under my wing. And I'm like, fuck you now. I asked you for help. And now that you see me doing work and doing all this shit, you want to fucking... I'm like, screw you. I'll figure it out on my own then. But I'm not like that. I always, in the military, I was taught you want to teach your subordinates so that they get better than you, and then you try to get better than them. So I always try to bring up younger comics, and they always come back to me like, thank you for that advice. I wish I would have learned that sooner. I'm like, I'm not a hater, bro. I'm going to help you out because I'm pretty sure you're going to help me out one day. And you never know.
Oh, it's the code of wrestling, dude, too. You know, it's the same shit.
But a lot of that, all right. But like Hulk Hogan, who kept a lot of motherfuckers down and didn't want to
watch
fucking
your
help.
tone and keep it down with the fucking Double H guy, bro.
I'm just saying. I just posted
Double
that story
H.
about. Posted that story about Bubba Ray Dudley when he started in WCW. That Bam Bam Bigelow taught him how to lace his boots up so he doesn't get hurt. And Bubba Ray Dudley was like, "Wow, this guy's actually teaching me because he's a big dude like me." And after that, I felt the same obligation to teach the younger wrestlers, you know what? If you're a big dude, tie your boots this way so that you won't snap your ankle.
It's because he's from New Jersey, dude, because we're good guys like that.
But life should be that way. I don't understand why people are assholes. And out here, especially in LA, there's a lot of gatekeepers. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, this next guy's coming up. I got to keep this guy down. And they'll try to find something. Oh, he's a this, he's a that. And it sucks, man.
Oh, don't you got a gatekeeper out there with his initials GL?
Yeah.
That's a super gatekeeper, I heard.
Yeah.
Mr. George Lopez.
Oh, sure. I mean, that's like, that's when you start making real noise. George Lopez knows your name. If you're in a pretty good position in life, if George Lopez knows your name, you're doing pretty good.
But he shot himself in the foot by whatever the whole thing that happened with Barbosa. That when they asked him, yeah, we should help him out. I was like, why should I help him out? And I don't disagree with what he said. I do like what he said. That mentality is like a Mexican mentality, where it's like, why should you have it easy? You should have it rough like I did, because it's gonna build character. I kind of agree with that. But that's also the problem with a lot of Mexican comics, where it's like boxing, like boxing. Mexican boxers, they could only be one, and they all fight each other, but they got the best fights because everybody's so competitive. Whereas black comics, I don't know, you see, Red Fox brought up Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor brought up Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy brought up like Dave Chappelle. The black comics help each other out. The Mexican comics want to fight it out, and that's like, I noticed the difference for me.
It's a shitty fucking way of thinking, bro, for the Mexican comics. But I mean, you know what? What is it? What is that? What's the old saying? Fight of the fittest, or what the fuck is that?
Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. What am I talking about? Fight of the fittest. Survival of the fucking fittest, dude. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with it. I just hang out with the people I like, the people that are cool with me. There's a couple of people that don't like me or think I'm an asshole, and I'm like, all right, then I'm not for you, bro. Just leave me alone. But then they try to like blackball me, fucking make up. I've had a couple of people make up stories, and I went to correct them, and they're like, "Oh man, I'm sorry." I'm like, "No, motherfucker, you lied."
Nonsense.
I hope they didn't lie.
What was your best show you ever did, man?
You know what? So
why?
So I'd been out here when I started. I was here for a couple years, and
what do you mean? You're not born in LA? You're not?
No. I'm saying when I started.
Okay.
I started here, been added a couple years. It just like had never done more than like 5 minutes on a show. All this shit, and then I moved back to Minnesota, where I had lived for a couple years, and I knew there was a good local scene there, and blah blah blah. So I went there, and then I'm immediately on like real shows, doing 20 minutes in front of like 100 people and all that shit. It was like, God damn, like what the fuck? And there's a brewery called Sisyphus there. And I just remember doing one show there where it was like, it was like, oh shit, that's what it's supposed to be. Like that exactly. I did like whatever, 12 minutes or whatever I did. And it was just, everything worked exactly how it was supposed to. The light came on exactly. It was like, the light should come on. I should get the light at this point. And it came like on the word, like the fucking light came, and I was like, dude, I'm in the fucking pocket, And it was just, and I walked off, and it was like, I want it to be like that every time. That's what it's supposed to be like.
Like a rock star, yeah. Like it's a weird high that I tell people. I wish I could bottle that and sell that. Like when you do a really good set, there's nothing else that can equate to that. I mean, but that's why a lot of entertainers, I think like rock stars, professional wrestlers, like rappers, it's a high that when you make the crowd eat out of the palm of your hand, it's like, it feels really good.
Or even just on like whatever personal bullshit that nobody even would notice. I did a show, and it was the opposite, where for whatever reason the light came early, and in the moment I had to edit. I was like, all right, and I'm like doing my bits and thinking, where can I cut as we go, And it all just fucking worked. And I was like, God damn, I'm a fucking professional.
And it's that walking the tightrope that I always tell people. When you walk that tightrope of like, it could go this way or it could go that way, but and that's the fun part that people don't get, that I'm like, the walking the tightrope is what gives me the goosebumps, man.
Sure.
Yeah, man. And so so in Minnesota, that's where you moved out there for a while and started doing comedy out there?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So
what got you back to LA?
The heat?
I mean, a little bit of that, but it was just a local Minnesota comic pulled me aside and was like, "What are you doing here?" And I go, "What do you mean?" And he goes, did you go to AA to prove you can hit the ball? Like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I'm getting better. And he was like, you're an LA comic. He goes, what are you going to do? Put in your 2 years at Acme so you can get into yeah, because you got to put in 2 years at the local club to like get into the rotation. There he goes,
that's what you should do.
Sure, but if I was going to stay in Minnesota, You know, he's like, are you going to stay here, put in your 2 years? And I was like, no, you know, like not at all. And he was like, well,
yeah, but the problem with LA is that everybody wants to come here right away. I've seen comics that have been doing it for like 3 months that already have a camera crew following them.
Oh, sure.
And I'm like, at Flappers, I was at Flappers, and there was this black kid from Detroit that already had a camera and he went up there and just ate a bag of dicks. But like, I'm like, dude, he already had merchandise, and I'm like, dude.
I wrote a screenplay a while back that was about a group of friends, and one of the kids, because they're like teenagers, and one of the guys decided that he was going to be a professional wrestler. Like that's what he was going to do. And so he started wearing a mask and a suit everywhere, like luchador style, like wearing a mask and a suit. And all of his friends were like, you don't know how to wrestle. You know, and he was like, they can teach me how to wrestle. I'm becoming the character, like I'm doing. And it's like, that's what those guys are doing. They're not worried about the stand-up part.
They're faking it till they make it. Yeah, they're faking it till they make it.
And it's crazy. I don't think that's the right way, but that's for sure. They're like, I'll worry about that being funny part later on.
Right. But I think it's the American Idol syndrome that America has nowadays. That kids that want to play in a band, and even Dave Grohl said this: get a bunch of instruments, get in a garage with your friends, and suck for a while. Play in front of your friends, then try to go a small venue, then suck there. Then you get a little bigger venue, and then finally, by the time you get there, but American Idol is like, this next guy's our star, and I'm like, dude. You just want to
he's never performed before ever. And it's like, and now
it's that Puig thing that I already made my money. Fuck it. What do I need to do this for? And it's like
just trying to hit a lick and bounce. You know?
You didn't love it, and I think that's the problem. But it's funny that you mentioned that club was named Sisyphus.
That's a brewery. It's a brewery called Sisyphus.
You know the Greek story of Sisyphus. That's what comedy is. You keep pushing that boulder, trying to get 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. And every time you get to that level, you're like, I got to go for an hour now. And that's the perfect place for comedy. Because that's what it is.
It's pushing that. I always think it's just Conan pushing the fucking, like you're just pushing the wheel, man. Like fucking, that's all. Like just push. But the Rock Up the Hill is the way better example of.
Yeah.
There's just. You just have to. It's just there's just more. There's never. It's never done. Like fucking push that rock.
Just when you think you do well, it's like what else is out there? I got to try something else. And then like out here, because it's very segregated. There's like woke rooms, there's black rooms, there's Hispanic rooms, there's like blue collar rooms. There's like really.
Wait, they segregate rooms. Comedy?
There's it's just like different scenes. There's probably 10 different comedy scenes inside of Los Angeles that run kind of parallel to each other, and other ones have no intersection at all. And it's like it is for sure.
So you might like, I do well in rough rooms. I like I said, I used to do a practice at this biker bar, and the bikers were even like, dude, you're really funny. But then I would go to woke rooms and they're like, that was really offensive. Like, I'm offended by what you said, and I don't think you should. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You got to find your niche. I know my niche. I mean, but it's something in my head that I'm like, I still got to go win that woke room. There's something in me that I'm like, I didn't get any laughs because my shit was a little vulgar and a little mean-spirited, but I still need to go in that room and win it. And it's a weird mentality that a comic has.
Yeah.
But I also heard this interview with Jesus Sepulveda. And he I don't know if you know who Jesus Sepulveda does a lot of shows with Jerry Garcia. He has a big following on social media. Very funny guy. I've done a few shows with him.
Any comedian Jerry Garcia?
Yeah.
Okay.
He works with him. Jesus Sepulveda. He just was on HBO Entre Nos. He had like a HBO slot. And but he was on an interview where he said a lot of these comics want to get their foot in the door at the Flappers, at Laugh Factory and all. Do a dive bar in Inland Empire. Do a show during a Raider game and try to get their attention. That'll make you better. Like, stop trying to make it into the big rooms, because to be honest, when you're in the big rooms, people got to drink a 2-drink minimum and they got to pay an entrance. So they're going to be there and quiet and just listen to you the whole time. Try to go to I did a bar one time with the 2 cholas started fighting during my set. And I'm like, I have to roll with the punches. I'm like, let's laugh. And it made everybody was laughing because I was just joking around with look at a hoop earrings rolling down the fucking thing. Like, what the fuck? And again, that's what makes you better. Like, do those fucking rooms that aren't the grimy rooms that are gonna make you better.
Yeah.
What was the have you, because out here there a lot of producers and a lot of owners, they're fucking shiesty. They're shitty as fuck. From my experience.
Sure.
There's a lot of motherfuckers.
I have been lucky. When I came in, I was lucky enough that because I'm older, I was hanging out with like older comics immediately who were like, don't do that, don't do that, don't fuck with him, don't fuck with that guy. And I kind of got the lay of the land before. Yeah. So I haven't really, inshallah, I've been able to avoid some landmines because people put me on game like that, but not because I was smart or anything. You know what I mean?
No. Well, that's part of the fun too. Learning like, oh, this guy's a piece of shit. I'm gonna learn how to do.
There was a couple people that when I first, they were like, don't fuck with that guy sucks. And then after, it was like he had never done anything to me. And I was like, I don't know. Like, he seems like, I don't know. You guys are being dicks. This isn't my fight. You know, I was like, you guys don't like him. This isn't my fight. And so I started hanging out with this dude a little more. And it took like a week for him to be like, before I was like, oh shit, they were totally right. Like you're terrible.
You mind me asking who it was?
It don't matter. You know, so he's not around anymore.
Yeah, no. Because there was one freaking producer out of LA. And this guy was like a picture. If there was a picture in the dictionary for douchebag, he would be it. This guy, a comedian called him and said like, "Hey man, who am I talking to?" He's all like, "I'm the guy that people want to know." And I was like, "Wow, you're such a fucking douchebag." he would make I started working with him, and my friends were like, "Why are you working with him? He's such a douchebag." He's all guy. Like, I always have this analogy where I say you learn more from fucking a whore than you do a virgin. And this guy's a big whore, so I'm gonna learn how, I'm gonna learn a lot. It might be the bad stuff, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. So this guy would make flyers with a bunch of big name comics, and some of those comics would cancel like last minute because he wouldn't pay them. He would keep all the money at the gate. He would charge $15, keep all the money, sell beers, keep all the money, and like so comics were like, well, you know what? I got another booking that they're paying me, so I'm not gonna go to your show. So I was like kind of disappointed. So, but I would tell the guy, like, well, he gave us a week's notice. Let's take him off the flyer. He's like, no, leave him on the flyer. And I'm like, that's the bait and switch, dude. When people show up, they're going to be pissed that that comic's not here because some of these comics are big name. So I started thinking, like, dude, this guy's a douchebag. I got a lot of advice from comics that would tell me, like, look, if you're doing a show, pizza, beer, $20 for gas, comics appreciate that and they'll remember you. So I was like, you know what? Good idea. I would make envelopes with a little Boyle Heights sticker, a thank you note, and $20 in there. And I'm like, thank you for coming, bro. I appreciate it. When I started handing out the envelopes for the comics to make sure that they showed up, the producer comes from behind like, yeah, when you come here, you get taken care of. Almost making it seem like he paid them. Oh. And I was like, you piece of shit. Luckily,
well, he's stolen glory. He's stolen valor. This fool's trying to do stolen valor right now.
Like there's a saying, rotten fruit falls by itself. He burned his bridges with one of the comics that was a regular at the Laugh Factory. He has his name up there. I think he's from the Bay Area. I forget his name. He's a Hispanic dude with glasses. And he tried to put him on blast. And that dude just wrote back on Instagram like, dude, you're a fucking idiot. Like, yeah, I don't know you anything. Like, what the? And that guy is now 86 from ever doing comedy in LA. So like, you can't do that for too long without expecting repercussions, man. Yeah.
Or you can, but you just got to do it to the right people. You know what I mean? Look, there's a million. Look, because of what we were talking about of people like coming in and their butt booty brand new and they just want to come to LA and do it. There is plenty of predators out there scooping up dummies, like scooping up dummies and making them do dumb shit and putting them in like horrible positions. But it's because like they're too dumb to know. Like that. Like this whole thing.
A girl from Omaha, Nebraska coming over here and like a pimp just seeing her off the bus. Like, oh,
right off the bus. Like, oh, I got this one. And there's a million dummies with big dreams and no knowledge and just, what do I have to do? And then they're like, oh, you got to fucking come to this show and bring 30 people and give me $10 and fucking all this stuff. And they're like, okay.
Yeah. But again, it's also part of the learning process. Like I don't regret any of the bad shit that had happened to me or like where I've gotten not scammed, but like fools trying to screw me over, and I'm like, all right, whatever, do your thing. But I always do it with a pure heart, but you could always tell the motherfuckers that don't really care about the purity of stand up. I
have a bit about it that what Los Angeles runs on, like people think it's like whatever industry, entertainment, weed, all that stuff. Yeah. But what it really runs on is catching fools slipping. Like that's the entire ecosystem is just people running around catching other people slipping. That's all it is, man.
And using people's dreams against them, like, oh, you're gonna make it, you just got to fall, and it's kind of like sad that I'm like, oh, dude,
it's
like
super sad. It's super sad to have people's dreams and aspirations used against them, man. Like, oh.
Now, do you think that people have consciences or
no?
Man, you can't afford that.
Like, how do you afford
that? It's because they don't care about the art form. They see a way to make money real quick, but real quick money doesn't last that long. And then like they get like people wake up and they're like point them out. And I've seen people go on Facebook say like, don't trust this producer, he scams you out of money, like he's a piece of shit. And other people will chime in, they're like, yeah, he scammed me out of this, yeah, fuck this guy, don't work with this guy. But then there still be another guy like, well, you're not gonna do it to me, right? And the guy's like, yeah, no, I won't do it to you. And then like the dude,
I didn't do it to them. They're fucking lying. I didn't do it to them either. Like, come on, man, we're good. You know, I had my old boss. For years, I'd watch him fuck people. Like for years, no one left our shop on good terms. It was always something, fucking them for credit card money or fucking whatever. Just always getting fools. And I sat there the whole time being like, that'll never be me. I was like, he would never do that to me. This is my dude. I've known him fucking forever. He used to be my best friend. Like we're fucking good. And then when it was time for me to get fucked, I got fucked. You know, and it was just. Shame on me for thinking that wasn't going to happen to me. You know, like
that. And then the other thing that I do love is the hypocrisy of a lot of people. There was this, I don't know if you remember Rudy Moreno.
Sure.
Okay. He was always nice to me. A lot of people like had things to say about him, but if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you times 1,000. If you're a dick to me, I'm gonna be a dick to you times 1,000. That's just the way I am. He was always nice to me. And a while back before he passed away, he had heart surgery. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take everything he taught me and I'm going to do a fundraiser show for him to show him, like, thank you and how appreciative I am. There was this other comedian that was talking shit about him, like, oh, let him die already. His foot's in the grave. It's time for the next guy to take over. Talking all this shit. When I do my show, I raise, I think, like around $600 and I give it to Rudy. That comic that was talking shit shows up. Is like, hey, man, you mind if I get some time and pay my respects to the Godfather? And I'm looking at him, I'm like, you were just talking shit that you were happy he had one foot in the grave, and you want to come here and kiss his ass?
And do time? Like that's just, you're not even here just to kick it. You want to fucking do time? Like, god damn.
Right. And it's like, but that's what the thing that I'm like, I can't be like that. Like, but you're surprised when you see people are like, wow, you're such a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah.
The devil comes in many forms.
Yeah, but it's just weird. Desperation, and then people that have been doing it for a long time, they see the younger guy coming up, and they're like, I gotta keep this guy down because I've been doing it longer than he has.
About to get passed by. Yeah.
But it's like, dude, you can't think like that. Like I'm not gonna lie, there's a couple comics that like they get mad at me because like oh, why are you trying to steal the show? I'm like, isn't that the job of the? But other producers say like, nah, you want to let the headliner kill, so you want me to suck on purpose? And I'm like, I can't do that, but all right.
That makes no fucking sense, dude. But Johnny, you were talking about shops. You were into the piercing world or the tattoo world?
Yeah, I was a piercer for a long time.
Ooh.
I was a
women,
piercer.
Men, or
all of it. Whatever. Yes. Whatever you're thinking. Did I do that? Yes. That too. Yes.
Oh, how did you get into that? How did you get into that world? Because my nephew's a tattoo artist and he studied under some dude for like 2-3 years before he was able to touch skin.
Yeah.
How did you get into that world?
So I don't care about piercing. I've never cared about piercing. I wanted to hang out at the tattoo shop. And there's 3 jobs at the tattoo shop. You're a tattooer, body piercer, you mop the floor. Like that's really the only jobs. And I knew I was never going to tattoo. I can't draw. I have no, I just knew I was going to suck. Like it was like, I saw what people did because my friend Cody was at the beginning of his apprenticeship at the time too. And he sucked. But compared to him, I fucking, he was incredible compared to me and he was terrible, So it was like, this is not for me. But
wait. How did you actually get to tattoo somebody to know that you were terrible at it?
I knew.
Well, how did you know?
Like, just from even trying to trace stuff, because beginning, like what you're doing, you take a sheet of flash and you trace it. Like you're just tracing stuff on there. And his tracings look good, and my tracings look like a person with no hands did it. You know, it's like, do you have hands? Did you do this with your feet? Like, why does it look like this? You know, like, so I just knew it didn't speak to me. You know, actually doing the tat, it didn't speak to me at all. But I knew I wanted to be at the tattoo shop. And as Cody was the piercer at the time, and as he transitioned to being an apprentice tattooer, he couldn't stop piercing until he found another piercer. And so he had to trick somebody into it, you know what I mean? So I got fucking tricked into it by them telling me, they're like, look, it's a bunch of cash and your customers are all girls. And it was like, all right, you know, which is true. Like, it's 90% women, you know, like, and at the time, like, I was young enough to where, because they're also, it's your customers are between 16 and 24. Like 90% of it's like 16 to 24, which was super fun when I was young. But like, once you're old, it's like, who the fuck wants to hang out with fucking teenagers all day? Like, it's fucking terrible, you know? So it went from like, I didn't want to have a real job. And it went from the best thing ever to like the most job ever, where it was like, every day I was like, God damn, I don't want to go. And I used to go to the tattoo shop on my days off, because it was like, it's still, there's no place better than the fucking tattoo shop. They're just like, comedy's super fun. I love comedy. It's great. It's not the tattoo shop. Like it's not, and it can't be, and it never. And so it's like, it's whatever. It's hard for me.
Camaraderie.
Sure, exactly. And it was hard for me to think of myself as a comic as opposed to a tat bro, like as for like fucking tattoo shop dude. And it's like, that's not my identity anymore. This is it, but it's still like who I am on the inside.
No, because I feel the same way. I think I was a sailor in the Coast Guard for 12 years.
Right.
And I love hanging with the boys, going to a bar after work and just chilling with the guys. And I love that camaraderie of like, we get to hang out and act stupid.
Being in a crew.
I
miss being a part of a crew. Like, because we at the shops that I worked at, we moved as a crew. Like we went after work. We all went out together. We would go places. We rolled all together, deep, all the time. Yeah, like that is that.
And a lot of women don't get that, because like I tell women, like, look, sometimes like boys need a boys' night out, or even if there's a chick that's cool, like we're like, look, we just need to go get drunk, vent about our problems, bitch about our problems without anybody telling us what to do. We just want to bitch. Let us do that. Some girls don't like that shit, man.
I hear you.
Yeah,
and they're the ones that are always bitching.
Yeah. No, but I think it's because one of my buddies a while back, he ended up taking his life, and it pissed me off because I think all he wanted was a friend to like have a beer with him. And I was a little busy one day, and when he called me, I kind of felt the pain in his voice. He's like, "Hey man, you want to have a beer?" And I'm like, "Look, man, I can't today, but I'm down this weekend if you want to hang out." As soon as I hung up, I called two of my other buddies who were stationed with him, and I'm like, "Yo, we need to check on this dude because he does not sound okay." I called two of my buddies, and then like a week later, one of my buddies calls me, and he's like, "Hey, bro, you're not gonna believe it." And I was like, "I already know, dude." He's like, "What? What is it?" He's like, "Yeah, homie took his life." And I was like, when he got out of the service, they don't teach you like how to like cope with civilian life. And part of it is not having your homies. Like when you're sad, your homies bring you up. When you're depressed, like, "Hey, bro, let's go work out. Let's go for a walk. Let's go watch a movie." And that's my comedy.
You don't have to be alone with your thoughts. You don't have to be alone with your thoughts. You have to be with your boys. Yeah.
Right. And just like me, I had homies and that's what I want to do with my comedy. Right now in America, I don't know, it just seems like, oh man up, shut the fuck up. Don't talk about your feelings. Stop being a bitch. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? But sometimes I'd rather fucking sound like a bitch and be here than not fucking be here, you know? And that's why I want to write some shit that, you know, if you need some help, ask for help. I'm gonna do it in a funny, fucked up way. But you know what? Like, that's how the guys that I reach usually come up to me like, "Hey, bro, the shit you said, I'm going through similar shit. I'm happy you were able to joke about it." And that makes me feel good. The fact that people always tell me you're very relatable.
You meet them where they're at. You meet them where they're at. You know, yeah.
100%, man. But man, so I love doing this shit, man.
Johnny, have you ever pierced something you didn't want to pierce? And
I didn't want to do any of them. I didn't like doing any of them. They were all
like. Did you have did you pop the boobs out in the shop and were like, I pierced the nips?
So I mean, I've done that's a million times, but like
in the shop in front of everybody.
No, you go in the back and pull the curtain.
Okay.
But most of the time, like if girls that came in to get their nipples pierced, they were either going to be super weird about it or they were trying to get naked in the shop. You know, like they wanted to be like and it becomes the thing that I always compare it to is if you have an office job and they bring out birthday cake, like that might be cool the first time but like eventually it's like, I don't give a fuck about this terrible cake. Like keep your cake. And that's girls coming in and getting naked at the shop where it's like, this is going to be terrible cake. Like it's not good cake. It's just bad cake. And we had this cake 3 times yesterday. I don't need your terrible cake. Like,
so you got numb from looking at boobs. It was like,
no, I got
like
numb.
A gynecologist does or something?
I got numb from them wanting it to be like a big deal. Like, oh, look at me. And it's like, man, it's not a big deal. Like nothing that you're doing is that cool or that big of a deal. Like no one gives a shit.
Did you ever do a Prince Albert?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, I would be able to do that.
That didn't break you though? Like, oh God, like just the pain.
I don't care. I don't care about this dude's dick. Why would I care about that dude? I don't care if it ever works again. Like I don't. It was way more like not nerve-wracking. I cared about piercing women more than I cared about piercing dudes because I care about vaginas. I care about titties. You know, I don't give a fuck about some dude's dick. Like I don't care if he bleeds to death. Like I don't care. I don't care. You know, like, but it even worse because you think that that's like the worst or the craziest thing. But I had to have my hands inside people's mouths, my fingers in their noses. My finger went up somebody's nose every day, like 10 times a day. My finger, I mean, with a glove on, but my fingers are up people's noses, having to smell their bad breath here. How about this? Have you ever had to try to make a tweaker stand still while you pierce their tongue? And
I don't even think I've met a tweaker.
Because they're fucking tweakers, man. They can't sit still. And I got to hold this tweaker still to stick a needle through their tongue. That's way worse than any dick I've ever pierced. Way worse.
Have you ever, when I was in Venezuela, man, my cousin went to this tattoo convention, and she told me somebody had their butthole pierced.
I mean, so what that's called, I mean, you don't do, what that's called is a guiche piercing. It's like,
right?
Yeah, I've never done, that's the only piercing, that's one of the only ones that I've never done. And let me tell you about the best thing about a guiche piercing. So the way you do that piercing is you get the person up on all fours. So their hands and knees with their ass facing you. And the way you know where to do that piercing is you take your finger and you poke it around in their taint. And when their asshole winks, that's the right spot.
It's like searching for gold, you know. Like,
and if you think even one word of that wasn't the absolute truth, like that's 100% the truth.
Damn.
It winks at you.
Yeah, but I never did that. I never did those piercings. I never did. Like I wasn't. Like I never split anybody's tongue. I never did. Like I wasn't I didn't do body modification. I did body piercing. You know what I mean? I'm trying to hang out with cute girls and pierce their nostrils and their navels all day. Like that's all I like all the weird stuff. Every time someone was like something weird, it's like fuck, man, fuck.
But it is interesting, like the thing that people, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm 42. Back in the days, one tattoo was like, oh shit, he has a tattoo. Now you go to fucking Subway. And there's a little kid all tattooed up.
There's a dude behind the counter with an anime girl tattooed on his face. You know what I mean?
And I'm asking him like, oh, how'd you pay for this? Oh, my mom paid for it. I'm like, what? Part of it was saving up money and getting it. I got a lot of tats because every time I was stationed somewhere, Miami, Alaska, San Francisco, I wanted a memory from that town. So I would get a tattoo wherever town I was at. And I think that's why I did as a homage to like the sailor life. But nowadays it's like it's almost like it doesn't mean as much as it used to mean. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, this
Like,
is what happened was this is honestly what I think happened. So we would go, whatever, 30 years ago. You go to bars and you don't even have to try to talk to girls. They would just come talk to us. Like they would immediately come and want to touch our arms and fucking touch. Oh my God. And then they find out your dick is pierced. They're like, let me see. Then you pull your dick out. And now, you know what I mean? Like this is just what happened every fucking time. And I think enough dudes saw that. They were like, fuck that. Like, I'm going to get my neck tattooed. So these fucking girls come talk to me. And then it became a prerequisite. Like if you look at what, like on Tinder or Bumble or whatever, and you look at what a girl's looking for, like, oh, I like tattoos, I like this. That wasn't something that they were asking for. Like, get the fuck out of here.
But I still even remember when Mike Tyson got the face one. Everybody was like, "Oh, that dude's crazy," but I mean, he's the most dangerous man in the world.
That shit was wild. Look at that was wild when he did that.
Right. But now you got little 17-year-olds like getting all their, and I'm like, dude, you're 17. Don't you want to wait a little bit? Like, no, I just want to do it. And it's like, why don't you just wait a little bit? Like, but the Mike Tyson shit was shocking. Now it's like no big deal now. I go to my the other day I went to a Subway and I actually saw a guy that had a Gucci and Louis Vuitton tattoos on himself. And I'm like, you're a sandwich artist, bro. Like,
well, I went to Arby's. I'm at Arby's and the dude, and this is like 10 years ago. And the dude behind the counter is like this big essay, like big, like a retired essay, So he fucking does, he turns around and it just says "fuck off" huge on the back of his head.
Yeah. No, I think even out here there was a freaking a dude. Power 106 had this thing where they would give free Laker tickets to a guy that would get Lakers tattooed on his forehead, and some dude showed up and he got Lakers tattooed on his forehead, but because he did that, he became a VJ for Power 106 for the radio station.
Oh shit!
And I remember even going to like a SmackDown at the Staples Center, and he got to come down the ramp with a belt, and I was like, oh man, but I don't know if I could do that though, like to get fame and notoriety, but. Yeah, it's just crazy, man.
Well, you just mentioned SmackDown. Did you guys watch Saturday night's main event?
I did.
I was in Vegas. I have not. I've been backed up. I've been backed up on wrestling, girl.
Yes,
Johnny.
sir.
What'd you think about Cody and McIntyre?
I mean, it's fine. Look, Drew McIntyre's not my favorite, and Cody's Cody. Cody's really grown on me. 100%. Like, to me, that was mid-card Cody forever. Like, that's who I thought he was destined to be. Even in AEW, I was like, you're trying to push mid-card Cody? Like, get the fuck out of here. And as the years have gone on, he has become who he always claimed he was. Because he wasn't that person when he started. It's same with CM Punk, calling himself best in the world and all that shit. They weren't those things when they said they were. But they became those things, you know what I mean? They fucking manifested that shit.
Yeah.
And Cody has my, like, better or for worse, Cody has my support, man. I'm fucking.
Do you agree with all the Cody hate that they're saying that they're calling him QB1, and they're saying that he's not packing the fucking stadiums like Roman Reigns was?
I would say that's probably fair. You know what I mean?
But he's not. There's so many shows nowadays. Like, to be able to
ticket prices and stuff like that, maybe.
Yeah, that has way more to do with it. And I would think that he's more. Cody's like Bret Hart, but he's not Brock Lesnar. He's not Roman Reigns. He's not an attraction. You know what I mean? Where it's like he's your everyday, I'm a show up here champion. A workman's champion. Like that's what he is.
The IC title.
Do you think McIntyre got screwed? Do you think McIntyre should have got the title or no?
No. But look, if they're eventually going to give him the belt, it can't be on Saturday night's main event with some little build. Like, this needs to be a thing. They need to rebuild Drew McIntyre and make this fool a superstar.
Because he was the pandemic champ, right?
And he was the pandemic champ. And then when him and CM Punk, he was hot as fuck when him and CM Punk had Hell in the Cell and all that shit. Like, he was, like, if there was a time to put up the belt on him, it was around that time. He was hot as hell.
But again, and also the fact that he screwed over CM Punk, he screwed over what was this? But he screwed over Seth. He screwed a lot of people over. So it's kind of like your comeuppance. It's like You know, you fucked over a lot of people. So
I mean, he got screwed over by Damian Priest, though.
Damian Priest too, yeah. But because he screwed him over, that's what I'm saying. Though it's retribution for all your fucking sins. You know,
once you start playing that game, it gets ugly. You know.
Yeah.
And what do you think about Jade Cargill and Tiffy time? You think it was time to take the belt off of Tiffy time?
I don't mind them taking the belt off of her. I think Jade is like, she's one of those people like the Ultimate Warrior, like Hogan, where she works better in a top spot. Like she's not. That's like when Roman Reigns, when everybody hated Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
It's because he was wrestling main event matches and like acting like a main event dude when he wasn't in the main event. And people were like, why the fuck is this dude acting like he's the fucking man? But once he was the man, all he ever wrestled was main event style matches, you know? So it was like he was the best at main event matches because that's all he ever wrestled. And I think Jade has like a similar trajectory. She needs to be on top for her to work.
They said that her and Big E are the first ever Jamaican WWE champions.
She's Jamaican?
She's Jamaican, yeah.
I didn't know she was Jamaican. Or Big E.
I didn't know Big E was. I was like, I mean, I kind of knew she was a little something, but I was like, Big E. Well,
I thought Big E was like from Atlanta or something.
Yeah. I thought Coffee was from Africa. Apparently, he's from Lifetime.
Isn't Kofi from Boston? Kofi's from Boston.
No, he's from Ghana.
Remember somebody said like, "Hey, where'd your accent go?"
Yeah, when he came out, he was Jamaican at first. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So, do you think it was a good move for them to put the belt finally on her? Now that who's out? What's her name? God damn it, fucking Jimmy's wife,
Naomi.
Naomi.
She got pregnant.
Yeah.
She's pregnant.
Do you think that it's a good move to put it on Jade?
I mean, that keeps that story going, you know, for when she comes back and all that. But like, I don't have. Let's see. This chick is supposed to be a main eventer. She's supposed to be a fucking superstar. So let's see. Put her like.
She
let's
looks
put her.
the part. She looks the part. She looks like nobody can touch her. Like I mean,
she's incredible looking. Like she comes out, it's like when they do that entrance, she comes out posing with the blue light behind her and all that shit. It's like this is.
So she's all brakes, no gas.
I mean, that's Jey Uso. Jey Uso's all brakes, no gas.
See, the only thing is, I do miss the process of starting off at the bottom and working your way to the top, and I miss that. And I get what you're saying, that she came in as a main eventer, but the thing I hate about WWE, like they give the title to freaking Priest at WrestleMania, and now he's battling for what, the U.S. title or the Intercontinental title? You bring him back down, and I don't like that. Like when these guys are main eventers, and now they're coming down back to the mid card belts, tag team belts. Tag team belts, I don't mind if it's an interesting pairing, but you can't go up and then come back down. I don't like that.
If you're going for the mid card belt and you've been a main eventer, there has to be some kind of story that's like the reason why you're down there doing that. You know,
like okay, Sheamus. I don't think Sheamus has ever won the IC belt, right?
Yeah.
And I think, all right, that'll be a cool story if Sheamus went after the IC belt.
Sure.
I think, you know, the IC belt is the working man's title again.
John Cena's never had the IC title.
The what now?
John Cena's never had the IC title.
I would love for John Cena's last match to be him and Dom for the fucking Intercontinental title. Like that.
That would have been cool. That would have been interesting.
It's getting harder for me to not say that Dominic Mysterio is that he's not my favorite wrestler. Like this fool is. Like and when he first came out with his dad, he sucked so bad. He was so like get off my TV bad, like so bad.
I think he was trying not to fuck up. That's the thing. He was just trying to do very, very generic, trying not to fuck up. But like now that I see him, I like years of watching your dad, Eddie Guerrero, going to Lucha Libre, going to WCW, and just learning how to like manipulate the crowd. It was obvious. I'm like, this one had a front row seat for all that shit. He knows how to do it.
The conversations that he got to hear, you know, like with his dad and Eddie and whoever just hanging out, talking about wrestling. His whole family, these people just talking about like this little bullshit that he picked up along the way. It was like, you know, all right, you know, you just wait 10 years, I'm gonna be doing that shit. You know, like,
And so again, that's the thing. He had like a master's degree in psychology just from being a little kid and growing up around the business.
And strictly kayfabe, like what's on TV, he's my favorite wrestler because all he's done since he's come to WWE is fuck the baddest broads that they have and kick it with his friends. That's all he's done the whole time is kick it with his homies and bang bad broads. That's all he's done. Like that's it.
And he was locked up, man. He was locked up, man.
That might be that entrance when he came out with the cut. That might be one of the best entrances ever in fucking wrestling.
When he couldn't even speak after he cheated on what's her name, and like he tried to talk, and the crowd was just booing him, and he just kept on kept on putting the microphone to his mouth. I was like, wow.
They won't put him in the ring to do promos. He only talks backstage. They don't put him in the ring anymore because he's the biggest star they have. They can't. Put him out there.
But that's a man. What did McMahon say? I don't care if they boo or they cheer. Just don't let them be quiet. He figured it out. Yeah.
He's the best.
Well, he fought Rusev and what's his name? Penta. Fought them. Now, the stupidest fucking part of the match, what the funny part of the match was when he threw the fucking chair to Rusev, and it's a no DQ match.
Yeah.
Like that seems like that's his gimmick.
Yeah. But him not knowing that it was a no DQ, it was like he tried to cheat and it got thrown back in his face. But the whole shit that they did at the end when he rang the fucking bell, he's a genius.
Well, that's why
they're just sitting back there, him like in his off time, trying to come up with different ways that he could cheat. How else could I fuck this up that people would love, you know?
And especially when because I go to a lot of Lucha Libre shows. I've been growing up around Lucha Libre my whole life. So the best way to cheat, you go to Lucha Libre shows, they figure out different ways. Like, I never thought about that. Like, that's pretty interesting how he just got screwed. Like, because you see, they go through every scenario on how like a main eventer gets screwed, man. Even you know what, the thing I do kind of miss, they don't have that villain referee. Out here, they always have a villain referee named El Platanito, and you miss the whole turnaround.
Platanito's the best. Eventually, someone's gonna have to explain to me why he jumps off the top rope every match. But you know, like
he wants to get a pop. He wants to get a pop, man.
No, look, he's the perfect example of someone needing to get their shit in. He's like, I'm gonna get my shit in. Like, I'm not just gonna like. You think I'm not going to get my shit in? Like, I'm going to jump off the top rope. You know?
And he works the crowd very well. Like, so when like the heels are cheating and he turns around and the crowd, turn around, motherfucker, turn around. It's like, what? What?
Like you think the referee is just some dude in the ring, you know, like the third guy.
Sure.
The first time I saw him, I noticed him. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I knew immediately.
Wait, is he like Danny? Remember Danny Davis?
Hell yeah.
In the 80s, he's like that a little?
Danny Davis, and then who's the guy in the NWO?
Teddy Long was in there. Oh, no, Nick Patrick. Nick Patrick.
Kind of like a Nick Patrick type of referee.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like a heel. Yeah, but out in Mexican wrestling, there's always one like that. There's that one, and then there's another dude, I think his name's Brandon out here in LA. He's a chubbier dude. He's a little bit slow on the count because he's kind of chubby. So like, come on! We always yell at him, like, come on, Brandon, get down on the ring. Yeah.
Now, do you think they're ever gonna pull the trigger on fucking Penta to finally get a fucking singles title? Because it feels like they're trying, bro. But
that's the thing that I like, that they're making him work towards the IC title. Let him get in there, get the IC title, make that title relevant, make it because. What do they say? The wrestler makes the belt, not the belt makes the wrestler. Right. And if him or Rusev finally get it, it's gonna be okay with me because you know they deserve it, and it's a working man's title. A lot of his matches are always exciting. You know, let him stay there for a little bit. You know, like a couple years ago, I think even the Miz even though he was world champ, he made the IC title like relevant again. And I'm like, yeah. Sometimes you need like a wrestler that's good because the IC title. Come on, Macho Man, Bret Hart, RVD, Eddie Guerrero. Kurt Angle, freaking Bret Hart,
Ricky Steamboat,
Roddy Piper, all my fucking Funkles, right? Ultimate Warrior, they all had that title and made it like the thing. Let Penta make it a thing again. You know, you don't have to be up in the World Championship caliber title. Like CM Punk needs a world title. Penta doesn't need it yet.
Nope.
It used to be a great title to fucking have. That's when you saw the person get the IC title, you're like, oh, they're heavyweight championship material.
Look, there was two things that would happen that I would know meant the company believed in this person, that this was a so. And one was the IC title, and the other one was the first time they got to bleed in a match. I was like, oh, they're like, no, because nobody's don't get the bleed. You got to be a somebody to get some blood, you know?
Yeah.
Austin at Mania with Bret Hart. I just watched the doc. Yeah, you're right. Like, I mean, Mick Foley, like, who else? I mean, you're right. You're right.
As they went up the ranks too, it's like, oh shit, this is a serious match. They're bleeding. Yeah. Like, oh man, this is like a real rivalry. You know, that was the IC title and blood. That's how I knew we were seeing a star.
Yeah. Go for it.
No, go ahead.
No, because again, but I don't know. Now it just seems like it's almost like a cookie cutter. Like every Monday Night Raw almost seems like the same. I kind of miss the shock factor.
It's been the same for years. They open up. There's a fucking promo in the ring. Like it fucking go like blah, and it's so. And I get that you have to make so much live TV that it's like eventually you're just like fuck it, just do the same thing that we did. Yeah. And I remember I was at my parents' house watching wrestling, and they did the spot where somebody throws the guy out of the ring and then they go to commercial. That happens every fucking match. And so as soon as the guy goes to throw the other guy out of the ring, I push fast forward, and and then it went to a commercial. My dad was like, how did you know there was going to be a commercial? And I was like, because there's a commercial every time they throw somebody outside of the ring. You know? Yeah.
No, but again, it's years and years of watching it, man.
Right. Where it's like, stuff that where you just like, I don't have to be told. I just know, like, come on, man. I've seen the show before.
Where out here do you stay out of, Johnny?
I just moved back out to the Valley. I'm in Valley Village now.
Okay, San Fernando. Yeah, but you. So do you know like do you follow like Zocre by any chance? Luchas?
I mean, I follow some lucha. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah, but it's just a small world, like because you always know the wrestlers. Like, you ever go to Lucha Vavoom?
Yeah, I love Lucha Vavoom. The fucking the Crazy Chickens are my favorite fucking tag team, man. That's my fucking.
My buddies were the Crazy Chickens for a while. They were because they switched those characters around. So like, actually, 3 of my buddies actually got to play the Crazy Chickens. Yeah.
Yeah, those are my favorite. That out of the whole lucha, I mean, obviously, Dirty Sanchez is cool, you know, but fucking the Crazy Chickens, that's my shit. Yeah. When the DJ starts playing the music in the middle of the match because they start bouncing. Oh, because I have been accused of taking wrestling too seriously sometimes in my life, and so it's like I have to remind myself that this is what it's supposed to be. The Crazy Chickens is as much wrestling as Macho Man versus Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 3. Like that's wrestling too.
Or what about Cassandro?
I like that. That's what happens in Mexican wrestling. Like that. Yeah. That character is always going to be. When it wasn't him, it was somebody else. You know, like it's always
the gay character that comes out to the crowd, wants to kiss people. Like it's funny when you go see him and he comes out to try to kiss a dude, and all the dudes just fucking. It almost looks like freaking homeboy Huff. What's his name? That actor?
Oh, the
Bruiser
Viking.
Brody. Bruiser Brody.
No, Bruiser Brody. You know when Bruiser Brody in Japan would run into the crowd?
Swinging the fucking chain and everybody runs.
Has that effect because he wants to go out and kiss a dude and like all the dudes just run like, no, hell no. Like it's just funny.
And then in the match, and it's always the same in the match. He's going to kiss one of the dudes or grab their ass and they, and everybody freaks out. It's fucking.
The comedy part, yeah. But that's why I love fucking Lucha Libre, man. And then not just that though. Sometimes, like I said, I think I mentioned it last week when I was a kid. My dad took me to this one show where there was like a redheaded dude that came out as a Russian dog, started throwing tortillas at the crowd, and that little racism. I miss that little racism in wrestling, man. It was always funny.
Independent wrestling is still very much. There's lots of racism in indie wrestling shows. There's a tag team I can't remember what the fuck they're called, but they're basically like Border Patrol is what their is. They're 2 cops and they're bored, and they come out and wrestling around all Los Angeles. They're like, I think all that shit, and people fucking hate them, and it's the best. It's the best.
And that's the thing that I fucking miss. That like that those little things that are like make a house wrestling show like pop.
But you know what it is though? People can't take heat no more, bro. Like the crowd, not the rest. The crowd can't take heat no more, bro.
Yeah, but that's what's fun about it, man. That's why I miss that shit. That's why I want the purists to come back, not the Johnny come latelys that I can't stand. And I'm like, bro, been watching this since I was a kid. Like, don't tell me like oh, this is lame. Like, screw you, dude.
They need to have underground wrestling where you get a little fucking thing in the mail or something. It's like, yo, be here at this time. It's it's real wrestling, you know?
Yeah. Real wrestling. It's gonna be real.
Yeah. So what do you think about the Yeet Man losing to CM Punk?
I honestly didn't think that should have been the match for the championship. Like that, like I don't think it does either. I don't think CM Punk winning against Jey Uso does anything for him. You know, like and Jey Uso winning, people would have lost their fucking minds. So I mean, I don't. I'm happy. CM Punk's one of my favorite wrestlers. I'm stoked that he has the belt, like all that shit. But I don't think that was the match. I just don't. I don't think it does.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with him.
No, go ahead.
I think it should have been Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker and him. Like Braun close to winning it, but then not winning it, and it's like oh shit, CM Punk.
Because everybody would assume like, oh shit, Braun Breaker's about to beat CM Punk, you know, and then.
But he's not. I don't think. See, again, that's another guy that should go for the IC title or the U.S. Championship.
Like trying to hot shot that fool right to the main event.
I don't like that shit.
But he was rocking the IC title for a hot minute.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did win it. He did win it. That's right.
Yeah, it's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of CM Punk going to the UFC and already having a fucking a match on pay-per-view. I'm like, you don't deserve it, bro. There's other dudes that have been paying their dues. Like, humble yourself. And like, what happened was like, yeah, he wasn't ready. Pay your dues. That's part of life.
Sure, but that also wasn't his idea. There's
I know.
There's no way the UFC wasn't like, get out of here. That he was going. I'm happy they didn't main event him. You know
yeah, I get it. It's what makes money, and I guess WWE because of like, dude, everybody loves him. He's second generation. His godfather is Goldberg. I mean, I think his brother is gonna after this football season, he might start wrestling as well.
Yeah, it's his cousin, Scotty's kid. Scott's kid.
Yeah, Scotty's kid. So like, I mean.
Well, again, you heard Scotty said that he's open to coming in and managing.
Dude, but is that a hat on a hat? Because they already have him. They already got the new and improved version of him.
Well, if Scotty comes in, you're gonna have a 33 1/3 chance. Come on, you gotta get that fool on the mic, man.
I would rather see him come in as the manager of somebody else. Against Braun Breaker. You know what I mean?
Maybe if his son came in managing his son,
that would be bad. Or whoever, if they started, or even if they build both these kids like monsters, and then Scotty comes in, is like, I've known you since you were born. Like, I know how to defeat you, and he brings in other people to defeat those guys or whatever. I just don't want them to be together. You know? Like,
you don't want another Steiner Brothers tag team?
I wouldn't mind. No, I just don't want Scotty with them. The cousins can be a tag team. That's fine. I just don't want the old version, you know, fucking with the new version. We got Braun Breaker out here.
But again, and then homeboy, the other dude, Bronson Reed. I wouldn't mind seeing them as a tag team. Like they look like a pretty cool tag team, and I wouldn't mind seeing them go for after the tag team titles, make the titles relevant.
They didn't have the belts yet. I thought they had.
No, they never had them.
I don't even think they wrestled as a tag team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But they would look cool as a tag team, and then like they could, you know, spend a little more time.
Keeps them away from the main event. They don't have to worry about the fucking belt. Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The Usos made the tag team titles the shit when they lost to that WrestleMania, and then Sammy and wasn't beat them. Those tag team titles were like, dude, that WrestleMania Night 1 was better than WrestleMania Night 2.
Yep.
And it was a tag team championship match. Like, I'm like, dude, they made those titles better. But right now, they're like, I don't even know who's really fighting for them on SmackDown. It's the damn the Wyatt
Six and fucking the MFTs.
Right, and then right now, homies just lost the ones on Raw to freaking AJ and the little, I don't even know his name. Dragon Lee. And I'm like, they're not a real tag team. Like,
it's all for a joke. Because their name together is AJ Lee.
Oh shit!
Like that's all. Wow. That's what the whole thing is for. What the whole thing is for a CM Punk joke. Like that's the whole deal. Like,
horrible. And then I'm not gonna lie, the Viking Raiders. I like them. I think they might have deserved it. I don't like. You know, like get a
real tag team. Like they're a real tag team.
Again, I think the best time in SmackDown was when the tag teams were like the matches to watch. When they had the world's greatest tag team, the Guerreros, Angle and Benoit, freaking who else was in that mix? But like get some tag teams that actually look like each other, dress like each other, that are actually there to be tag team wrestlers. Maybe let Bubba Ray take over the tag team division on Raw or something,
That's why I was pumped up about AEW when they especially when it first started, because they were so heavy on tag teams. Like tag teams main event when they had the Lucha Bros and fucking all like tag teams were main eventing. They were main eventing pay-per-views, and like they were the most important stories. And it was like I felt like that's what made them different. Where it's like we're going to concentrate on the tag teams. They got away. But
I think because I don't know. There's been a long rumor that McMahon never liked tag teams. I don't know if the Triple H and the creative team now is like, because you have to split the money and it's like two people. But I'm like, I enjoyed a good tag team. I think the best wrestling was when again also in the 80s early 90s when it was the Rockers, Demolition, Legion of Doom, Heart Foundation.
WCW tag team wrestling used to be the shit.
Harlem Heat, the Steiner Bros,
Midnight Express, fucking killing it out there with Jim Cornette. Oh, Study Steve and Brian Pillman out there.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I know that shit.
You're leaving out the greatest tag team of all time, bro.
Oh,
American Male?
The Road Warriors.
Oh yeah, of course, the Road Warriors.
We're on American Males. American Males. Me and my cousin used to hate that song. American Males. And then we used to come out modeling like, oh man, that was corny, man. Yeah, brother.
Man. One more before we get out of here, Johnny.
I know. Let me just get my water real quick.
The John Cena tournament.
Have they announced who's in it? I know what's happening, but have they said anything about it?
I don't even know if they announced. I think I don't know if Dom's in it.
Here's what I hope.
Carmelo Hayes.
I assume they have some sort of plan, but my hope is that when they show the tournament, who's in it, that it's not completely obvious who's going to win by looking at it. You're like, or you're like, this is obviously fucking, whoever's going to win. Like, I hope there's like a bunch of interesting matchups that it could be. Where it's like, oh shit.
You don't think
how many wrestlers are in it?
8.
And then it's okay, 8 wrestlers, and then the wrestler gets to fight the final match with Cena?
Yeah. Whoever wins the tournament is John Cena's final opponent.
Huh.
It's like when he came out and he did the fucking
ruthless aggression.
It's like that.
So
now you don't think it's gonna be Jericho or Edge?
I hope not.
No. You know what? I'm thinking it might be Braun. Like you don't give him the rub. It might be Braun. That'll be a cool fucking match.
Because whoever's fighting him is gonna win. They have to. He's gonna go out on his back.
You would assume.
I don't know. It's like Angle beat him. Right.
Yeah, I think it really, if there's gonna be people like say Dom, I think John Cena's winning. If he's against Dom, like John Cena's not losing to Dom in his last match. But
I mean, Eddie did give him the rub. I mean, just pay it forward for his godson, Like, hey, Eddie gave me the rub when I won the U.S. title. I'm gonna give you the rub now.
That'd be dope.
I don't mind that.
He's got 3 more left. He's got 3 more matches left or something.
I'm excited. Like fucking John Cena's this. It hurts me to say. I can't believe these words about to come out of my mouth. John Cena's the best to ever do it, man. There's fucking like John Cena's the best to ever do it. Not in the ring, but as far as being a wrestler, he's the best to ever do it, man.
I think he has a record for Make a Wish.
By far, he's by far the top leader to Make a Wish. He carried the company when they were PG, when you couldn't say shit, when you couldn't say nothing on TV. John Cena was
still versus aggression era.
Out there doing it, man. And I was not. Trust me, I've chanted "Cena sucks" a lot of times. Like I was not, you know what I mean? I was not.
Miami. I was at the Miami WrestleMania, and I had a sign that said "Cena sucks." And a dad that was there with his kid all seen it. I was like, "Hey man, you mind heckling my son?" And I was just talking so much smack that the little kid was like embarrassed, but the dad was like, "Thank you, bro, thank you." And I was like, "Yeah, no problem, dude."
John Cena's done 650 Make-A-Wishes.
Good guy, dude.
When they showed, did you watch Unreal, the thing on Netflix?
I have not seen it yet. No,
not yet.
I didn't want to watch it because I don't think it should exist. I'm fucking bummed on it. But so I watched some of the episodes, and they show John Cena doing Make-A-Wish stuff, and it's like a room with families at different tables. Like maybe there's 15 tables in the room with a different family at each table, and John Cena's making his way from table to table, and the way he locks in with these kids and the questions he asks them and how engaged he is, it was just like, I feel bad for ever talking bad about this dude. Like this is a good man. Like, you know,
if Lex Luger would have just done that, he probably would have been out. The Lex Express could have kept rolling, bro.
Yeah. In his bus from coast
Who was before? Who had it before Cena though? Who was the?
I don't think it was a
maker?
wrestler. I'm sure it was some. Here, let's just look it up right now.
Like I'm assuming it'd probably be like a basketball player or a baseball.
Not Michael
player.
Jordan.
Might be Taylor Swift. Might
No,
be
Michael Jordan. Jordan hates his own people, bro.
Yeah, probably would have been Jordan. It's gonna be a band, probably a band or an artist, Gaga or something.
Dun, 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 dun. I'll give you one guess.
Derek Jeter.
Hulk Hogan.
Get the fuck out of here.
The Hulk Hogan was number one.
Probably not in the inner city though, right?
I don't think so.
That was before the N-word drop, I think.
He did over 200, and then that was considered enormous. And then Cena came and did 650.
Well, Cena's gangbanging fucking 20 kids in one shot, bro. No, did he? You know, but he's fucking, he's got 20 fucking tables and he's just jumping tables.
I don't think I think those 6, I don't know. You know what I mean? That might be, I don't know if that's 20 or if that's one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where they're like, this is one Make-A-Wish.
That's fucking crazy, dude. You got 20 kids and that's one Make-A-Wish.
Right. You know, like this is one appearance for Make-A-Wish.
Like, where does he find the fucking time?
Where does he find the
Doesn't
energy?
have any kids. He doesn't have any kids. That's what he
You
says.
don't have a wife, I got no kids. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
All he's got is
That's what he said. Like, that's the reason he doesn't want to have kids, because he has a lot to accomplish. And I'm like, yeah, good dude. A lot of people should learn from that.
Do you think his last match should be with Nikki Bella?
after his last match, yes.
Because I mean, if you you see his wife, John Cena's got his wife is at some of the shows, and like her face when she sees Nikki Bella is just like stone face, like
what is John Cena's
no
wife
expression.
doing?
She's not bad looking, dude. She's not bad looking, bro.
I didn't think John Cena was out there going to be out with a horse.
But I mean, she looks like Nikki Bella's beautiful too. But I think she has a better personality than Nikki Bella.
No,
I thought you were about to say Nikki Bella did. I was like, I don't think so.
I thought that's what you said. No, because that show, she was kind of annoying. That I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. I think she's a little more appealing in the personality department.
Oh, his wife's pretty.
Now, did he make her sign a contract when she moved in with him?
I mean, probably.
I'm pretty sure he did. Like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. You know, I'm like, makes sense, dude. Like, get it all on paper.
But I mean, Nikki Bella had to jump through fucking fire hoops, dude. Like, come on, man. Like, we must have family dinner at this time and blah blah blah.
Also, some of this is reality television.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yes.
Don't kill it for me, Johnny. Don't kill it for me. Man.
You're talking about wrestlers on a reality television show. Do you think they're not working?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
You know what? You put it into perspective now. I hope the whole thing's a crock of shit. God damn it, man. I'm over here thinking John Cena's making people sign contracts when he moves in. Like, shit.
Structure, bro. Structure. You need structure in your home. Yeah.
Fucking shit, man. But Johnny C, man, what do you got coming up, brother, man?
You know what? I have a show tomorrow in Long Beach. I don't know where it's at, though.
Oh, shit.
Crow's Nest? Is it the Crow's Nest with...
It might be. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's Seth Kelly's show.
Oh, no, never mind. I just did one in Long Beach last week. Shoot. It was with... Golly, why am I blanking out on his name right now? But there's a couple of good spots in Long Beach nowadays, man.
Yeah, apparently this 7:30, but apparently I've heard that this is like that. A lot of times this is a good show, so we'll see.
Oh, nice.
Is that still Snoop Dogg territory?
I mean, I don't think he lives there anymore, but you know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go there and talk bad about him.
I think he moved to Rancho Cucamonga, dude, or like somewhere out here.
Rancho Cook.
Rancho Cook's nice too. I drove through it. Very
yeah,
beautiful.
a lot of the rappers, once they make a little money, they move out of the hood and they try to come out to the suburbs. Yeah. It's like what's that dude from Next Friday? I knew I said I was the type of person to get a little money. As soon as I got my money, I was gone.
Top security of the world, Craig.
What's what?
Yeah, man. Love
Greatest
that movie.
fucking movie of all time, bro. Friday. Too bad they all got paid $1,000 each.
Yeah.
And then that movie made fucking millions. And they got nothing.
And then millions more on DVD once that shit came out.
Good for holding up your people there, Ice-T. Real nice. Real nice here.
Ice Cube. Don't spell the name of
Ice Cube. I'm so
He's
sorry.
busy.
So many ices out there.
Ice
Trey, Ice Cube,
Ice-T's
Ice-T.
busy on CSI, fucking being a cop. You leave him alone.
No, that's not CSI. That's
Law and Order. Law and Order. He's on Law and Order. So
See,
one
man,
of those fucking shows.
There's too many ices, bro. You guys invented too many ices in fucking LA, bro. Too many ice people.
Man.
Couldn't put a cap on the fucking ice name? Like, no, one ice. That's
Gotta
it.
stay cool out here, brother. Gotta stay cool out here, man.
Drunken Sailor, what do you got coming up, brother, man?
Friday, I'm doing a show for the veterans at the Yellow Door, National Lampoon's Yellow Door, with Dick Salas, Corey Baldwin, Jessica Lanais, Vanessa Dawn, and the Drunken Sailor is going to be in San Diego. Check out the flyer. Huh?
You were in the 619 area, the Boyka
Yeah,
Boyka.
I'm gonna be down there.
Maybe hang out with Dom.
Ooh.
Yeah. Saturday, I'm doing a laughs and toys for tots. It's gonna be in Hawaiian Gardens. Edgar Rivera, hosted by Ruben Garcia, Lolo Ibarra, Rafael Soto, and Eddie West. It's gonna be for a good cause. Raise toys for kids. I mean, who's not gonna celebrate that? So those are the 2 shows I got this weekend. I got one on the 22nd, but I'll come back next week and talk about that one, man. But this weekend, if you're in San Diego, come on out, man.
Come on down.
Who you got coming up on the West Coast Poplock podcast there, Johnny?
We have a guest tomorrow. I don't know who it is, but Steve told me we had one.
You're just jumping in there, bro. That's it. You're jumping into the fire.
I fucking show up, man. That's my job.
Longest podcasting name of all time.
I mean, it's pretty long. We didn't really think that went through.
That was it, man. The WCPLP.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
I don't know. Johnny, man, thank you for coming on the show, man.
Thank you guys, man.
This was
fun.
cool.
Hell yeah.
We got to start sending 6-packs to people's houses now. When they're on the show, we're going to say to everybody, here, drink this 6-pack.
Hell yeah.
We're going to send some fucking 6-packs, man.
I'll still be expecting mine.
We're going to do it Al Bundy style, bro. Al Bundy style.
Hell yeah.
But thank you for coming on the show, Johnny.
Thanks, guys.
And God bless. Make sure, I hope everything goes good tomorrow on the West Coast Poplock podcast.
Thank you, sir.
You know, I know you're jumping in there blind, bro. Steve, fucking throw a text message to somebody, you know, like, yo, man, this is what's coming. You know, you can walk in there and somebody's like, yo, I want you to pierce my nipples.
That could definitely happen.
That's what you guys got to do, a piercing episode.
Man, Steve's been trying to get me to do a piercing live. I have no desire, man.
Come on, man.
That'd be kind of cool, though, man.
No way.
Dude, man, that'll make memories.
I don't need that kind of money.
All right, guys, man. Make sure you come back. Check us out next week, bro. Sailor, man, we might be just doing a dolo solo. Talking some smack, man.
Sounds good, man.
But, guys, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend, bro. It's my weekend because today's Friday for me. I'm sorry. It's Friday for me, bro. It's my Friday, so. But you guys, man, thank you. God bless, man. And let's go Dodgers.
Hell yeah.
You know, 2026, bro. Let's go Dodgers.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, guys. Peace out, gentlemen.
You have a good one.
In the B, the O, the Y-L-E, the H, the E-I-G-H-T. Now add the S, that's East Los Angeles. Relax, kids, mezcalito, about to handle this.